put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning. Good morning.
So far from Nicolai Blackman of Trinidad and Tobago, they are separated by 4 100ths. He's second too. Right, how's the starts looking? Blackman away in 0.65. Salmon's beaten him off the start just by 1 100th. Blackman in lane 5, Salmon in lane 4. There's the world junior record at 21.75. It's disappearing, but is Blackman disappearing? Is it going to be Blackman? Is it going to be Salmon? It's going to be Blackman! 22.35 for Trinidad and Tobago, and he beats Salmon by 8 100ths of a second. We'll see some reaction now, surely, from Nicolai. What a performance! And he wasn't the quickest away. He was the quickest at the end, though. That's when it matters. There goes to Ballarati. And it's a gold for Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes, welcome to Tobago Updates Sports this morning. I want to thank you so much for staying tuned to Tobago Updates Television, and we're talking sports. It's Friday, of course, and I want to thank Ria and Julian for holding it down in the first half an hour there. What's an entertaining half an hour, I must say. And of course, we're talking sports now. Let me say congratulations there to Nicolai Blackman, world junior champion over 50 meters in the pool. Remember the name Nicolai Blackman, outstanding stuff there. Of course, flying the flag very high for Trinidad and Tobago out there. Right, yes, so guys, this morning I've, what I say, a packed program this morning. We're going to be talking netball and secondary schools football. And up first, we're going to have Mrs. Kyla Keefe Wilson, of course, national netball coach under 18. Yes, Kyla, good morning, and thanks for joining us this morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Fantastic. And of course, you guys, you remember Kyla, coach of the national under 18 team, and it just concluded Commonwealth Youth Games hosted right here in Trinidad and Tobago. And of course, we had Fast 5 netball here in Tobago at the Shore Park Complex. And of course, I just want to get from Kyla. I mean, it's been close to a month that we'll have had the conclusion of the Commonwealth Games here in Trinidad and Tobago. And you being the coach, Tobago born, leading the national team. I just want to get your experience.
Oh, thank you. The experience, Marcus, was different.
Yeah.
It was. It made me challenge myself in my abilities based on what I had to work with and the time I had to work with. But it's something that I wouldn't trade. I wouldn't change. You know, if given the opportunity again, I would jump at it.
Yeah.
To work with a batch of girls, you know, I don't know most of them, don't know their abilities, and had to work with them in 7 months to prepare them for a competition that we have never played before. The region is not playing Fast 5. You know, and having to compete against the world's best. You know, we came up against teams that dominate, you know.
Australia, England.
Yeah, the big guns.
Yeah.
And as I said, it was an amazing experience. I wouldn't trade it for anything, you know, and I was really humbled by the experience.
Yeah. Unfortunately, a 7th place finish. Some will say it's still a good luck because out of 8 teams, we were able to still not finish in the stellar position. Tell me about the positives you will take from the event.
Oh, the positives, for starters, I really want to thank Tobago, Trinidad and Tobago, for the support that they gave, because it was amazing to walk out of the dressing room and see and hear the noise, and myself, you know, was in shock. You know,
the support was there.
The support was there. For starters, I really want to thank Trinidad and Tobago for coming out and support the girls. The positives also that came out of it is that we were able to showcase ourselves, to show that we have the talent. Yes, we have work to do. Yes, we have to put in the work to get to that higher level of play. To also see that persons came together, the love and support and so that I saw throughout the island was just mind-blowing. It was so amazing to see that love from everybody. The authorities that put it together, I must also give them kudos for the job done, because we really look good on the world stage.
I must say, I enjoyed I mean, I attended all the events, but I enjoyed Fast Five netball
Yes.
more than the other events. I think because of the fast-paced nature of it,
Yes.
and obviously we had at least 3 Tobagonians on that team.
Yes.
And I think obviously by far it was the most attended event at the complex. Not too sure if because the place was hot and people wanted the kind of cool.
No, it's the love for netball. It's the love for netball.
Love for netball. And Kyla, of course, you know, those were the positives. And I mean, in hindsight, they say hindsight is 20/20 vision, right? I mean, just looking back, what do you think you may have done differently to probably get a better result or a better ending to the competition?
What I definitely would have changed, or not changed, but reinforced, because it's something that I had plotted on my chart, my periodization chart, is to have a pre-competition.
Right.
I had it plotted. Right, but things didn't work out as we wanted it. But it was to give the girls the exact or very similar experience of them walking into an arena and seeing packed, the noise, the criticism.
That can be intimidating.
And it was. That was a huge factor for the team.
Because I mean, first time they have been playing in front of parents, friends, family.
Correct. The critics, everybody. So I would definitely reinforce. Right, and push for it to have a pre-competition, right? Because we did everything else. We did the camps, we did everything else except that pre-competition.
And I have to agree with you, because in most world events, they have warm-up matches before.
Yes, they have lead up to it, so it's nothing shocking to the athletes.
So even though we were at home, you still wanted that exposure.
And playing at home is way harder than playing abroad.
I think the crowd was still appreciative of the fact that you guys went out there. I mean, it's never an easy job representing your country. But when you get to the point of representing a country, I think it's an achievement on its own. What's next for the team? What's next for you and the team?
Well, that's left to
the management.
So I'm waiting to hear what is the decision from management going forward, because there is the under 23 coming up in the qualifiers is in 24, and then the competition is in 25 in Gibraltar. So I'm not sure if they're going to put together a new technical staff. I'm not sure, but whatever decision it is, you know, I wish netball the very best. Right. So, but for now.
But it's expected that the players from this under 18 team will transition into that under 23 team.
Well, if it is, we really want that succession and we want proper planning. These girls should be in training already. These girls should be in training, preparing a proper program, so it gives you a better structure going forward to prepare you for international competition.
And I heard you spoke about a scientific approach to how you plan for the event. I mean, let's break that down a little for me, please.
Well, the approach that I took on is based on all the studies that I've been doing, which was testing the science, and it worked to the T. It was how much you do, when you do it, how often you do it, at what loads, at what intensities, and so, and it worked, Marcus. I saw girls, my first testing was scoring some ridiculous numbers, put them on a 6-week program, and test them on week 7 and 8, and you actually saw the growth. The science is there, and it works. You just have to have the knowledge and the support in putting the science to the test.
That's so important. And before I let you go, Kyla, because I mean, and I always tell them fellas that we need longer time for the sport. But anyhow, we're going to discuss that off here. But I want to get from, I know you attended the GC Foster. Let's explain the purpose there and what you achieved from attending that.
Well, GC Foster visited Trinidad through the Ministry of Sport, and
it's a school for physical
education. It's one of the top schools in the Caribbean, right, out of Jamaica.
And they were here in Trinidad.
They were here in Trinidad doing a program. It was an amazing program. The 2 Tobagonians that attended were myself and Kelsey Toussaint Reed. She's a track coach. And it was an amazing experience. There's always need for knowledge growth. Right? And what they gave us was just amazing. It was very hard. It was difficult, not to mention the weather, because we were both indoors and outdoors, right? So the heat that we had to enjoy it all. But I think more coaches need to capitalize on these opportunities. When you hear about them, sign up, start to know, educate yourself and be certified. So you could put yourself with the rankings.
Yeah. And you're right, because I mean there are opportunities there, and probably every other year, in months in fact, there is some new technique in terms of coaching, and not just coaching but administrative wise as well. I mean, Kyla, I said short time this morning, but it's always a pleasure having you here on Tobago Updates Television talking sports.
I just want to mention Knickers.
Yes, of course. Yes, talk about Knickers because
all persons interested in sending their young girls to Knickers Netball Academy, please send your girls to Knickers. We have our annual dinner again with Elite Eagles Basketball Club. So we have our dinner in December as usual. So
what's the age group for the Knickers Netball?
I take them from 5, 7 all the way up.
Right, and you're based at what you are based? Shore Park. And so contact number
683-7720 Kyla, or my number, you can find it anywhere. My name, social media, Kyla Keith Wilson. Again, 683-7720.
Yeah, and this is you planning for the next crop of netballers.
The next crop.
Fantastic.
Correct.
Fantastic.
So because that is what we lack. That succession, that constant feeding of the teams. We can't have some now and then. Months pass, years pass. No.
Kyla, thank you so much for being with us here this morning on Tobago Updates Television Sports. Always a pleasure having you. I want to wish you all the best in whatever plans you have going forward for netball in Trinidad and Tobago. And for the girls that would have represented, I'm hoping that they know go on to the next step because they would have been prepared well, scientific as well. So guys, yes, we have up next we have the guys from secondary schools football here in Tobago. The league is about to start, and they're going to hear all about it right after the break. But don't forget, share the live, share the live, share the live.